Hi, this is Michelle Makes Stuff, and today I'm going to be making some food. In eastern North America, this plant, garlic mustard, is an invasive species. It crowds out native plants on the forest floor because it starts growing so much earlier in the season, and it also produces chemicals that prevents the native plants from growing. There's a lot of it growing in these woods, and it's spread to the garden. Since this is a weed I want to get rid of, and it's edible, I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to do some harvesting and some cooking. But firstly, I'm not a plant expert. Don't just go out and copy what I'm doing. Any harvesting or plant consumption you're inspired to do, that's all your responsibility, and it's up to you to do your own research and accept any risks involved. Okay, so let's talk more about garlic mustard. Its scientific name is Alliaria petiolata. It's in the mustard family, which is called Brassicaceae. This is the same family that contains cabbage, kale, broccoli, and many other species of plants that we eat. Plants in this family usually have flowers with 4 petals, just like we see here. They also have 6 stamens. Stamens are the male parts of the flower that have the pollen, so they're right in the middle, and you probably can't see them on this camera. Mustards also have seed pods, these are immature, that spiral up the top of the plant. Another distinguishing feature for mustards is that they usually smell pretty mustardy if you break a leaf open. This one in particular, though, smells garlicky, and that is why it is called garlic mustard. In its first year of growth, garlic mustard just grows on the ground. In its second year, however, it grows tall like this and can be between 10 centimeters and 100 centimeters in height. The leaves are triangular in shape and have pretty coarse teeth. This is one here. Garlic mustard has been used as a seasoning, and the reason it was brought from Europe to North America is because it's a food source and it has medicinal properties. Now, from what I've read, the entire plant is edible, but we have to be careful because it does contain some cyanide. Many plants we eat on a regular basis contain cyanide, but not enough for us to worry about. Garlic mustard contains a little more, and that means you shouldn't eat it every single day. It also means it's best to cook it before eating it. The leaves of this can be cooked like spinach or made into a pesto. The roots can be pureed and eaten like horseradish. So I'm going to dig up and harvest all these plants and get rid of them, and I'll be cooking some just like spinach. Okay, so I found the cooked leaves to be pretty bitter and gross, and it's possible that this isn't the right time to be harvesting them. They taste fine raw, like I can eat them and there's a little hint of bitterness at the end, but once I cooked them, just the bitterness really became overpowering, and then there wasn't any of that good mustardy flavor left. But I did more research and found that the tips of just the very end, the very top of the plant, and some of these little leaves with the flowers, it's less bitter, and I'm talking about the bit of stem here that's nice and tender still and soft, not fibrous and not very fibrous, just the soft tender part. And that this is less bitter, and it's more of a green, and it's more like asparagus or something. So yeah, I have these little tender ends here that I'm going to boil for a bit and see if these are any better. From what I saw, they can take anywhere from like 5 to 8 minutes to cook or something, and it's just once they're more tender, they're done. Okay, so it's been about 5 minutes of boiling in here, and they're pretty skinny bits of stem, and they seem pretty tender now. So I'm gonna try them out. Get them all out of this water. Okay, so this is what we have. Little slimy noodles. You know what? That's not bad. So the flavor actually reminds me of asparagus. I'm not that big a fan of asparagus, but this is much more edible than those leaves were plain. Let's see with some salt how they taste. They're really kind of noodly. Yeah, I can definitely eat those. All right, thank you for joining me as I figured out how to eat this plant. I've included some links in the description and also the titles of some books I found useful while researching for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.